Good morning. Today is February the 28th, Sunday, here at Washington Family Church. And we have a reading here today in a subtopic, preparing the respiratory organs of love while on earth. Is on page 681 in Cheon Seong Gyeong, book that we're reading. As soon as a baby is born and cries for the first time, it begins to breathe through its nostrils. Thus, it connects to the second world, the world of air. When it leaves the world within the womb and connects to the world of air, it must discard the umbilical cord and amniotic sac that has sustained its life in the womb. These are destroyed, and simultaneously the baby is born into the Mother Earth. Thereafter, it feeds through the mouth and breathes to the nose. But the food we eat on earth is the nutrition necessary for the life of the flesh. It is not the original essential element of life. The essential life element is love. We're now on page 682. Therefore, while we live in this world, we also need to breathe the air of love provided by our mother and father. 17. Life is short. 10 years can pass almost without you knowing. Everything is decided in the 30 years after your marriage. The path of life doesn't wait for you forever. Life is busy. We all have to die at some point. Do you have confidence that you will not die? You will surely die, and then you will go to the spirit world. Life on earth is but an instant. It is like the months spent in your mother's womb. 18. Since air in the spirit world is composed of love, if your spirit self is not prepared, you will not be able to breathe while you enter the heavenly realm. The world here is a world of air, but the next world is the world of love. You have to prepare your spirit self to feel love. Otherwise, you will not be able to establish relationships in the spirit world. Then you will have bigger problems that will make millions of years to resolve. 19. After our earthly life, we must go on to the third stage, the world as it was originally meant to be, and live in that world of love. Therefore, we need to equip ourselves with the respiratory organs suited for the world of love, and we need to break out of this physical body. Just as the baby bursts from the amniotic sac, destroying it in order to be born. That is why a woman experiences labor pains in the same way death is like a second ordeal of labor pains. What do we need to prepare during our life in this physical body? During our time in the womb, we grew the organs that which we would breathe air. Similarly, during our life in the flesh, we need to prepare a windpipe that breathes love when we go to the spirit world. When you break out of your body, you go beyond the limited environment of your past life. Breathe through your love windpipe and live with unlimited freedom. 20. Those who breathe love while on earth do not die. Rather, they live. While breathing inside the mother's womb, we are preparing a windpipe suitable for the future world of air. Though we are alive, when we disconnect from the placenta, that connects by a cord to our stomach and come out, we are transformed to exist on a new higher dimension, and we are supplied with higher dimension elements. We emerge and receive an infusion of air. After you emerge from the womb, what are you preparing for? It is love. It is not only air which you are infused with, but love. You receive elements of love. You are not living only to eat. Then what should you be filled with during your life on earth? You should form a new character of love during this time. 21. Until now, no one noted that while you are in the womb, in the age of water, you prepare 5 physical sense organs, and you do not need there. These organs are not necessary in the womb. However, once you come out into the world of air and sever the umbilical cord, you need them. Similarly, while you are living in the age of air, you need to prepare 5 internal spiritual sense organs. These are not external bodily organs. They are the 5 God-centered internal organs you need in order to lead a carefree, unlimited life through which you harmonize with the world of love. 22. In your present life, you have a nose and eyes through which you can smell and see the natural world in a limited way for 100 years. But there is an eternal being inside you, staying still and waiting with its nose, mouth, ears closed until the moment of its birth. In the same way, senses are inside you, waiting to see the eternal sights, hear the eternal sounds, smell the eternal fragrances, and taste the eternal flavors. They are like your earthly senses. When the moment comes, each of us will be able to go everywhere, listen to everything, smell everything, and eat everything. 23. When you go to the spirit world, you will sing songs of love and speak words of love. If someone speaks to you in song in the spirit world, you will want to respond likewise. If you are spoken to through a dance, you will want to reply with a dance. You will rejoice eternally and never tire of dancing. When dancing starts in one place, all of heaven will dance. When singing starts somewhere, there will be singing everywhere. You will dance with your beloved spouse. When you end up dancing with another in the spirit world, you will say to yourself, this dancing with you is so I can love my beloved spouse 100 times more. When you dance with someone else and hold each other's hand, you will feel the impulse to find your beloved spouse and love him or her thousands and tens of thousands of times more than ever. When you go to the spirit world, there is no need for you to work, and there is no nighttime. Your eyes are always open. Your organs are working all the time, and what work are they doing? What kind of work will you enjoy doing when your eyes are always open and you never need to sleep? It is love. When you possess such an ideal of love, if you say, let such and such thing appear, it will appear right away. You will live surrounded by original love. There's a subtopic here, but I cannot read a lot about this because we are limited here. Subtopic, the spirit world is where the fruit of love is harvested. 24. Why were we born? We are born because of love. To bear the fruit of love, we are born through the love of our parents, and we grow within the embrace of love. After that, we raise sons and daughters whom we can love in place of God. Then what happens when we grow old? We feel everything that parents can feel in the world. Through everything we experience in our life on earth, we feel God's presence, and we become a fruit of oneness with Him. It is similar to the way trees bear fruit. Just as a fruit that has absorbed elements from all parts of a tree is harvested, we need to return to God's embrace, for such is the purpose of our birth. That is why God created us, so we can become one with Him through love. Therefore, love is standard of infinite value and equal in the entire universe. In the place we become one with love. There is nothing that cannot be found there. Everything has achieved perfection. That is the ideal world to which people alive today need to go. If you call the place the spirit world, it is the spirit world. If we call that place the kingdom of heaven, it is the kingdom of heaven. Such fruits can enter the kingdom of heaven. It is not a place that individuals can enter. Only those eligible as an object partner of equal value, who have borne fruit centering on love and who have inherited the right of ownership of God's love, can go in. 25. The first parent is the parents who give birth to you, but the second parent is the earth. The earth is the second parent of your body. The earth supplies you with the elements that help your body grow. After passing through the second parent, you enter the third parent at the time of death. You cannot enter the third parent without being prepared. You need to resemble the form of God, our original parent. Why do we marry? It is to resemble God's form. God is a being of unified dual characteristics. God's characteristics divide into two separate entities, a man and a woman who need to come together in union. They are like the seeds, and they return to the position of God's original nature. However, those seeds, to be perfected, they have traversed the path of the duty of love. This means they need to be born and receive love, grow up in love as their goal, live their life centering on love, and even when they pass on in order to return to love. Unless you set out focus on the goal of living for others, your path will take you in the wrong direction. 26. You need to be stronger than your environment. You need to inherit all the elements so that you can bear fruit in the future. And your motivation to bear fruit has to be strong. Only then, after passing through the course to fruition, a course connected with history, can you remain as a fruit that is indispensable to human society. When a person is born, that person has to master the environment without fail. That does not mean that mastering the environment is an end in itself. You need to pass through a process by which you inherit new life and bear good fruit. After going through this process, you need to occupy a position that can show proper and practical results. For example, the owner sow seeds of grain. They sprout, grow, and bear fruit, and then the owner harvests and stores them in a barn. Just like that seed, you need to go through a process of being harvested because you are needed for a certain purpose. Last paragraph here. Life on earth is but a fleeting moment. Therefore, a person who cries and weeps for a child who has gone to the spirit world has not yet broken free from the ties with the fallen realm. When this person goes to the spirit world, he or she will be blocked by a wall. A person is born from love, lives through love, and returns to love. Since its origin is the seed, the fruit will produce new seed. When you ask the reason human beings are born, the answer is that we are born for ideal love. So, since this is an eternal love, you will always have your mother and father.